Hi everyone, I hope you had a good week. I hope you're staying well, being safe, and practicing a lot. I would love to see some more practice videos and some more answers to the quiz. I also want to know what you think of the 3 recordings last week, so please give me an email at juliana@intempo.org and I'll be happy to get back to you on all of those things there. So just to review, last week we worked on open string exercises, we worked on elbow placement across the strings, we worked on the silent rockabye baby, and we worked on Mas que Nada. So this week we'll work on posture, the D major scale, up to the A on the E string, and also keep working through Mas que Nada. So posture is first. We have to sit up nice and tall with our back straight. So our shoulders have to be right above our hips, and our hips have to be right above our behind. We have to be nice and straight back when we're sitting or standing when we play the violin. If we slouch when we play, then that's bad for the shoulders. The shoulders actually tend to rise. It's really important that the shoulders stay level. We should be tall and erect, but yet loose and like a tree swaying in the wind gently. So you should be tall and have really good posture, but still be a little bit flexible, still be loose, don't be tight, don't tense, right? One thing we can do is when we breathe in, we want to feel our breath expand ourselves to make us taller. If we breathe in and our breath makes us go out, then we know we're slouching, right? We always want to be nice, straight up and tall. Good, wonderful. So, one thing to do with posture, we relax our shoulders and our hands. Make sure the violin, when we put the violin up, it's right under our ear, like that. Right under our ear. So my earring almost touches, or sometimes it might even touch the violin. This is good. This is how we want to be. We don't want our neck to be too strained over here. We don't want to see this, right? Just nice and loose like this. Looking straight ahead, looking a little bit to the side, but not too strained, right? We never want to strain. One good poem I have for this, for posture poem, is, I made this up not too long ago. So, violin on your shoulder, right below your ear, supported by your heavy head, and the instrument stays here, right? So we don't even need our hands. Hands should flop at your sides, and the violin stays put. Bridge and scroll are in a row above your left foot. So the bridge and the scroll are kind of in the same line. See, this way, the bridge and the scroll are not in the same line. Should be in the same line, so their fingerboard is nice and flat. Wonderful. Another thing we do with our left hand is we sing this little poem. It's called V Violin. It's kind of a song. See how this makes a V? V, violin, V, violin. Wrist stays straight with a thumb space. We want to leave a little space here. We don't want the thumb to be right up here. We want to leave a little space here. 4 umbrella fingers. Umbrella fingers are nice and round. 4 umbrella fingers. They are ready to play. Tip, top, tip, tip, top, tip. Right, so we want nice round fingers whenever we do this. Whenever we put the fingers on the string, they should be nice and, we say round, but it's really square like that. See the 3 sides of the square? That's exactly how we want to place them down when we play. Really good. So now we're going to do a D major scale, and we're going to go all the way up to the E string. So now we have to get a really good bow hold, right? Just like this. 2 middle fingers are friends together. Pinky on top, leave a space for guide finger. And bent thumb, where's bent thumb? There he is. There's bent thumb on the silver. Let's play a D major scale. My turn first, and then your turn. My turn. Good, so that's as high as we're going to go. Ascending and descending, it's going to be the same pattern of notes. Remember that when we place second finger, it's high on the first string. It's high on the second string, but on the third string, the second finger is low. So here on the E string, the second finger is right next to the first finger because it is G natural. We are in the key of D major. Low 2 on the E string. Let's do the whole scale up and down together from open D. 1, 2, ready, go. And back down. Really good. So that is 1.5 octaves. We can't really go higher than that without shifting up, right? So we don't want to shift up. We don't want to slide around here. We want the hand to be nice and stable. The hand shouldn't move. The only thing that should move is the elbow a little bit. When we go to the lower string, the elbow comes towards your nose and away from you. The elbow goes away. Just like this, nice swinging motion. Last time we did Rockabye Baby with this motion, but now as we go across the strings, the left hand also moves. So when we go to the G string, both arms move to the right. And when we move to the E string, both elbows move to the left. That is really good to practice. Let's do the Rockabye Baby song. Rockabye Baby, like that. See how both elbows move together when you cross strings? That's also very important to remember because we'll be doing a lot of string crossings, especially in the piece that we're going to start right now called Más que nada. Hopefully you have your piece. It looks just like this. Really, really good. So, Más que nada. Who remembers how it starts? Right? E, F, G, F, E. I'll play the first 2 lines, and then hopefully you can pause it and play, rewind, and then play with me, because we've worked a little bit on this every single week. So here I go. I'm going to play Más que nada, the first 2 lines. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. Good. Did you remember to rest on the last 3 beats? Okay, good. So the first line, no rests. The second line, there are 3 quarter rests on the last 3 beats. Great. Let's continue. The next line has 10 of what note? Good. 10 A's right in a row. Then it goes to 2 E's and then 3 more A's. So I'm going to play line B. Well, the 3rd line of music, but the one that says B. I'm going to play 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest, rest, rest. So one way to help you count is after you play, think in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10 so you know how to keep track. And in your head, it should be very silent. You should be using all your brain power to think about exactly where you are in the music. Follow along with your eyes, follow along with your left hand fingers, and your brain, all working together. Wonderful. So now we're going to do line C, which uses all 4 open strings. What are the open strings again? Right? Giant dogs always eat. G, D, A, E. I can't sing really high, so that's as good as it'll get for me. Hopefully you guys can sing better than me. So I'm going to play line C. Sounds just like this. Rest, rest, rest. So really good. So what does that line do? It uses all 4 strings. So we have to make sure that when we go from the G to the E string, we don't want to hear all those notes. Just kind of silently rock, just like the Rockabye Baby, to get to the other string. Really good. You don't even need your hands for that. You do need your hands for the next line though. This one also has the 10 A's one more time, the 2 E's, and the 3 A's. Just like this. Rest, rest, rest. Wonderful. So now the coda is almost exactly the same as the chorus in the beginning. The only difference here is that we keep going. So instead of doing the rest, 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 we keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full times for that before the ending. As you can see, follow along with your music. Each unit, each measure, which is the space between the 2 solid lines, each measure repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full times. Let's just play that part together, the A's at the end. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, really good, great. So now let's do the whole coda. Remember, the first line of the coda is the same as the first printed line of the music. Let's do the whole thing together. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest, rest. Very good. Do you see that little caret thing under the bottom of the very last note? There's a dot and then a caret thing just like that. Well, the dot means staccato. Staccato is a type of bow stroke where there is space between the notes. And in this case, there aren't any other spaces, but that note should still sound very articulate and a little bit short. In this caret thing, that's called an accent. So an accent, we want to use fast bow and go all the way into the upper half. Even if it's just one short little note, we want to carry out the length so it's a full quarter note. And accent, fast bow. Really great. If you have any other questions about this, please let me know. And our next recording, we will do the full thing with the CD. with a MIDI track, and I will send that over to you. Great, so now our little quiz here. Number 1, fill in the blank. We should sit or stand nice and tall like a blank in the wind. 2, VV Violin is about the positioning of which arm, the left arm or the right arm. And keep in mind that the camera is facing me this way. This is my violin arm. This is my bow arm. Left, right. Really good. Number 3, should we hold the violin with the hand or with the jaw and the collarbone? Should we hold the violin with the hand here, or should we hold the violin with the jaw and the collarbone? Really good. Number 4, what note did we go up to in the D major scale today? What was the last finger number and letter of that note? And number 5, Mas que nada has 10 of which note in a row? What is the letter name of that note that repeats 10 times? Also the same as the one that repeats 6 full measures. In the end, it's the same note. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you stay safe, stay well, and have a good week with a lot of good practicing this week. Please send your videos to me, and I will be more than happy to comment on them and give you some really good advice and also really great compliments, because you are all sounding really great. Well, thank you so much. Bye.